all the way from Melbourne to Mr. Philip Owens right here. Hey, Philip. There you go. Here it comes, here it comes, here it comes.
I thought Phil's presentation was wonderful, and every aspect of what he spoke about tonight actually I found really impacting, and I was able to relate every bit of it with my life, both professionally and personally.
How do we unlock that potential to communicate and turn it into an outstanding, conscious process of influence? So I invite you to look at what you've written down and how can it be more? How can you shift the impact of what you've written across the curve? Because if I'm stuck because I'm no good, if I'm stuck because I'm useless, if I'm stuck because that was something that happened to me, my dad did it to me when I was a kid, then how do I ever get out of that? But when I actually say, regardless of where I start, regardless of what my story is, I'm only stuck because there's something I haven't learned. And when you take that approach to yourself, it's really generous, and it creates a space for you to move forward. It doesn't hold you back, it doesn't limit you. And I think there's real power in that. And if you can accept that as the first truth about yourself, that you're only stuck because there's something you haven't learned, imagine the space of opportunity that opens up in front of you. And that's really important because, at the moment you've got this vision of how you want the system to be. But do you as leaders have a vision of how you want the individuals to be that will deliver upon that system? So when we think about it, the first place we get stuck is when we set really bad goals for ourselves. Or we don't fine-tune our goals with reality. We need to run ourselves over with a reality bus occasionally, and that improves the quality of our goals. How specifically do you know that you can achieve that goal? How specifically do you know that you're in control of what will deliver that outcome? And how much of it is due to circumstance? And when it's due to circumstance, how are you going to choose to respond when it doesn't go your way? They're really valuable questions to be asking yourself as you set goals. Because when we start with that as our premise, when we take an idea and we say, what is the true impact of that idea on the world, we start to suddenly get a purpose behind it. When you start to talk to people about your idea, when you start to bring collaborators on board, you talk about your idea through the impact that it has. The place lights up.
That was awesome. Phil Owens was an awesome speaker. So much energy and interacting with the crowd. We had quite a big crowd here tonight, but we're really receptive.
Imagine the possibilities that opens up for you now.